A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 7 yards, the pickup there. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mon now off of play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson.
And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Monstro there taken in by Smith.
And he's got this down to the 35.
And Viking fans always remember that Kyle Rudolph held down the tight end position for the better part of a decade. But Irv Smith was drafted in the second round in 2019 as his eventual replacement. And that time is now. A first down catch there for Smith.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bond going to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Now Mond.
They still can't get him. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McCann's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And would we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Coe. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22, Mond. Smith catches left side. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A big play there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Midfield now. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run it with Carson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This is Carson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And any offensive lineman getting ready to try and block Zadarius Smith knows he's in for a long ball game. 26 sacks in his first 2 years in Green Bay, including 12 and a half in 2020.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught. Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
offense on third down tonight? Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They run the counter. Carson. And he's got this down to the 35.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On the delay, here's Carson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Second and 10. Back to the air, Mond.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bond looks to throw.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Mon.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground. And
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
On 1st down, it's Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7.
Mon.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
But good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Al Woods picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
McCann's got it teed up.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the the carry. It's Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They go play action here. Mon.
Well, this one complete to Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Carson again. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across across midfield.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. McCann's got it teed up.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken at the 23. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. From the 36, Mon. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, here's Mon.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mon going to throw it.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Here's Mon. They're going for it.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
McCann's got it teed up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? shake things up.
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mond throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Mond. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.